And it just starts up this unnecessary culture war between liberals and conservatives and Republicans and Democrats. Boy, you can tell who ain't got a real life if that's all you got to do and argue about. Like, dog, argue about real policies, argue about real stuff. And then when you don't get what your way is, which is one side or the other, you're going to be fine. This world will rotate. We have lived through all types of presidents, all type of sides. Like, you're going to be fine. Let me not do that to y'all because I know y'all really into it. And I'm certainly into it, but also I've played sports long enough to know I try my hardest, do my best, and I live with the results. Can you?
That is Marcellus Wiley.
Your kneeling at kickoff has nothing to do with our situation unless you translate that, materialize it, and monetize it. This is an identity issue. You know why the identity of this movement has been lost? Because the identity of those who are leading it has always been in question. Let's keep it 1,000 up here, because my past is hot. My past has expired for this. The past has expired. Kaepernick comes from a situation where he's never felt the full weight of these injustices. This is a mixed race guy who was raised by a white family from Wisconsin to Central California. But Nessa comes into play now. And we all know Nessa. Respect to her and her ethnicity, but it's not black. Now Eric Reed is taking it and giving them cover. Eric Reed is taking Kenny Stills, another guy. Respect, guys. Another mixed race individual who's not felt the full weight of this. I get back to the identity of those who are leading it, which has always been in question, and now Jay-Z has answered that question. Let somebody who really knows what this is about handle this.
One of the greatest things.
He's taken some awful stances in the past.
What's wild, Megan, is the fact that I met Donald Trump twice, and this is pre-politics, so this is when everyone loved him. And, you know, I judged the Miss Universe pageant back in 2003, and it was the biggest honor, and everyone was pumped. Donald Trump was in the building. You fast forward a few years, I have a friend who was a member at Trump in New Jersey, and we're out there, and he's just on the putting green. Next thing you know, we're talking. Next thing you know, we're having breakfast together. Best time. You say that now? Oh, dog, what was you doing? Why would you ever want to golf with Donald Trump? Like, it's like, are you shitting me? You haven't even met him. So a lot of times they want to say, well, the policies. I was like, yeah, he's canceling Black history, but he's inviting hundreds of Black people to the White House for Black History Month to celebrate it. So
it's very hard to figure out his racism. Very confusing racism.
That's a crazy way to show your racism.
And even went to the Trump White House making excuses such as this to justify it.
I can't stand Marcellus Wiley. They all do the same
Wait,
thing.
Marcellus Wiley?
I don't like him at all.
Really?
I don't.
The first time hearing this.
They make hating us convenient. They make hating us
Really?
normal.
I've never picked up that.
Marcellus, who the do you know? What Black do you know? Like, who the is going to be Jason Whitlock's co-host? They're unremarkable men. I think that Marcellus Wiley, like the he just said about Jimmy Kimmel, all Jimmy Kimmel had to do was apologize. Jimmy Kimmel got his job back without apologizing. I think Marcellus Wiley, I think that Jason Whitlock, I think that Van Jones make white people way too comfortable for me. They say a lot of that makes them comfortable, and I think that's their stock and trade. That is my estimation.
D.L. Hewley would rip him a new one. The latest with Marcellus Wiley, it's beyond troubling, guys. He has been arrested. This mugshot is via Orange County Jail. Here are the details. TMZ would print, Wiley was booked into the Orange County Jail on July the 4th on a charge of domestic battery. They would add, the 51-year-old remained listed in the jail system following the arrest. According to custody records, he is being held without bond. Details surrounding the alleged incident that led to the charge and who was involved were not immediately available. The Post put it like this. Wiley allegedly threatened to kill his wife, Anne Marie, and got physical with her in front of their 7-year-old daughter before his domestic violence arrest Saturday in Orlando, according to the arrest affidavit. Furthermore, Anne Marie, who appeared as a full-time cast member on season 13 of Bravo's Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, called the cops to report a battery after the alleged altercation took place in a hotel room at World Marriott. They have 3 children, along with other kids, all of whom were at the hotel to attend the basketball tournament, and they were in the room when police arrived. Again, that is per the affidavit. And yet, there was another incident, and another incident, and another incident, and another incident, which he flat out denies ever occurred. From law commentary, 4 additional women came forward in recent court filings that significantly broadened an already ongoing battle that was tied to Marcellus Wiley's time in college at Columbia and the National Football League. 3 women had previously filed suits accusing Wiley of rape during his time at Columbia in '94. The new filings introduce allegations from 4 more accusers, including a former ESPN PA, and are being used to support a motion seeking class action status against Wiley and his former university. The new accusers would allege that Marcellus Wiley leveraged his status as a student athlete and his reputation to gain their trust. Their attorney would argue that the university failed to act appropriately on earlier complaints, allowing the football star to maintain what she described as a false image of safety, respect, and integrity, which may have placed additional women at risk. Another outlet wrote, the 4th victim accused Wiley of assaulting her in 2009 when she was an employee with ESPN. Quote, when we went to his room, Wiley excused himself to use the bathroom. He emerged from the bathroom naked. He pushed me up against the windows of the room so hard I thought they would shatter. I was petrified and believed I was going to be killed. Close quote. With the newest information that is coming about, Marcellus Wiley continues to deny anything happened. What I think is pretty interesting is first the Bravo reality star angle here.
Well, Anne-Marie Wiley, we tried to warn you, my dear, but you were wearing your blinders. So if you missed it, TMZ reported that Marcellus Wiley, husband of Anne-Marie Wiley, who was also a one-season wonder on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, was arrested on 4th of July for battery and is being held without bond. Now, TMZ did not have all the details surrounding the incident that took place on the 4th of July, but today, TMZ is reporting additional details surrounding the incident, and it looks like Anne-Marie was the one to actually call the police. Now, the article goes on to say that the police report that TMZ was able to obtain states that Anne-Marie told police officers that her husband pointed his finger directly into her cheek and threatened to unalive her in front of their children. And this is what sparked her to call the police. She did ask the police to have Marcellus removed for safety reasons, obviously. And although Marcellus denied any of those allegations, it wasn't enough because the cops ultimately did arrest him and are holding him without bond. The article also states Anne-Marie is planning on filing for divorce. I think that's a good call.
I had some red flags raised about Marcellus Wiley because of the outlandish comments he has made in the past and how he is just so incredibly inconsistent. Like, yeah, he could say one thing, but then there are many other moves, excuse me, where he does the opposite, it seems. He has played down an alleged pedophile and war criminal in the White House. And he has laundered his own image by saying that he participated in some of those pageants, the same pageants where Donald Trump said to Howard Stern some terrible comments about how he would just walk in because when you own the place, you can do it. This is awful, if it is true. I know once more he is saying he is denying all of these allegations, and we will keep you updated as more information comes out. But right now, really bad. Not looking good. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.